Thank you very much, guys. This is Joel with your last interview translation of today. We're here with MVP, getting a 2-1 victory this time around against Afreeca Freaks, and we're here with today's MVPs, ADD and Max, for the interview. I'm sure there was a lot of important in this today's win.
저희가 경기를 하기 전에 제가 메이크업실에 앉아 있는데 한상현 감독님이 직접 오셔서 저에게 에드 화이팅을 외쳐.
Yeah, I was in the maker room and our head coach came right to this and told us to really win out today's game. So I think for a lot of people today, today's win was very important. Max, how do you feel about the win today? I don't know. I just felt good throughout the series, and even if we lost the game one, I didn't feel very bad. I felt like we were still gonna win out the series. So I think we were having a lot of confidence coming into today's series. And with today's win was very significant in the fact that you guys really avoided relegation, also clinched yourself in a very good spot going to the world qualifiers as well. I'm sure it was very much a struggle for you guys in the recent months that you guys have been struggling on. And how does it feel really just extending that good momentum near the end of the season now? I think literally going through the pit bottom of what we were able to be as a team, I think really just coming back strong was such a meaningful thing for us. And at ADD, I think you really did find a new friend of yours in this champion pool. It's not typically a new friend, but it's a friend that I used to have for a while back, but didn't meet back and forth. But Cho'Gath is one of those guys that just like it wasn't a fitting champion in the previous meta, so being able to play him now is such a wonderful thing now. And it just seems like Cho'Gath is still a very low percentage win rate in the LCK, but you have 3 wins out of the 3 games that you played. Yeah, I have a niche for some of these rare champions that not a lot of people like to play, but I like to take advantage of those champions. So that's kind of where I get my advantages over the other players. We have a video highlight that we want to look at, and this was where he got the steal. You should have been pretty surprised thinking that the Baron was right there as soon as you jump forward. Yeah, I think it was a very fortunate situation that I was right there at the position to eat it right away. Max, were you feeling pretty positive about that whole situation? Yeah, I think we're really good at getting our Barons stolen, but we're also good at stealing the Barons too, so that's kind of one thing we always had in our minds.
There's the 50-50.
And a lot of people really criticize you guys on the over-affection that you guys have for Drakes as well, along with Barons, but yeah, I think every time we pass around the Dragon Pit, we feel that the Drake is staring at us, so we always have to keep in mind that they're always there. There was definitely certain situations where we had to go for a team fight, but we were heavily gearing towards the Baron, so whether it was a good call or not, I'm not sure still. And going on to Game 3, you went with Tahm Kench. What was that meaning behind that pick? Yeah, I think my staple picks were definitely the Rakan and the Alistar, and those were my staple picks in the current meta. But I felt like the ban pick really demanded something that could really support the Cho'Gath pick, and it was definitely a second-tier pick for me with the Tahm Kench, but it was definitely a composition fitting pick, if you will.
거를 두고 서로 심리적 뭐 자야 트타 나눠 먹기라든가 그거에 대해서 좀 어떻게 생각하세요?
And what is a trade between the Xayah and the Tristana?
마용이 좀 자야를 자신감 있게 사용하는 것도 있지만
I think it's a very player-specific thing where Xayah is very much a confidence pick for him, but if it does die out in a couple occasions, it really can do very little for the team fights and also in the late game as well.
사실 잡히는 장면들도 많이 나왔었잖아요. LCK 보면 어떤 원들이 가장 무서우세요?
And what are the scariest parts of this current meta with a lot of top laners getting caught out?
가장 무섭지 않나 싶긴 해요.
베인이요? 아, 예. 칼리스타 별로 안 무섭나요?
Yeah, I think Vayne would be a very scary opposition to face against.
혼자 때린 상황이 나면 진짜 무섭긴 한데.
But I think if Kalista, going up against Kalista, if you're getting, obviously hit 1v1, that would be a scary opposition, but you can always have a backup to go with that.
베인 나와야겠는데 MVP 상대하는 팀들은 베인 나오겠습니다 조만간.
아 그리고 3세트에서도 되게 재밌었던 게 그 비욘드 선수가 애들을 믿고 막 밖에 오히려
What we thought was entertaining was that one occasion Beyond was in one of those plays, but he had full trust in you, ADD.
강타데미가 더 약하거든요. 소가보다. 그래서 그라가스가
Yeah, but you know the situation where Cho'Gath, its ultimate is a lot stronger than the actual smite damage, so he had to rely on me and saying that I was supposed to be the clincher for the Baron takes.
굉장히 좋은 챔피언인 것 같아요. 예, 3세트에서도 또 주요 장면들이 준비되어 있다고 하니까.
We also have a video highlight from Game 3 as well.
네. 아, 싸움이 워낙 많았어요.
이때 약간 움찔움찔하지 않았어요? 상대가 막
Weren't you pretty scared at how even this could have been?
선수가 그냥 왼쪽으로 걸어 나왔으면 좀 더 좋은 그림인데 움찔움찔하더라고요.
Yeah, I think if Maha was not standing by himself, it would have been a little bit better. But regardless, we made our way around, so it was a good result in the end.
생각보다 아프지 않았다. 이때 아마 승리를 좀 직감하지 않으셨습니까?
I'm sure this might be in the situation that you guys clinched the win here.
때부터 승리 직감했어요.
바텀에서 이미 그리고
Yeah, I think as soon as we got that big fight in the bottom lane and we got that big team fight win, that was already a situation good enough that we can clinch our win.
색다른 칭찬가요.
너무 뛰어주면 안 되겠어.
그러면 뭐 옆에 에드 선수가 있지만 맥스 선수가 볼 때 뭐 본인은 항상 잘했고 사실.
And Max, you always say that you always did well, but
저는
and how does ADD do right now?
엄청 잘하는데 연습 그러니까 대회장에 오면 살짝 전투를
Yeah, I think ADD is a very talented player, but once he comes to the stadium to go for these tournament plays, he just kind of gets let down and loses a bit of confidence. That might be his biggest problem.
보다 훨씬 더 잘해집니다.
But I think if you see him during practice, you'll be very surprised at how good he is.
선수가 뭐 옆에서 웃고 있는데 본인에 대한 얘기가 좀 나오고.
ADD, I mean, you heard comments from Max. How do you feel about that?
제가 저희 팀에서 종비 형, 맥스 형 다음으로 잘한다는 생각은 아직은 없다고 봐요.
I don't think I'm definitely I'm not a player next to Max in the terms of skill. I'm sure there are other players who are better than me in the team.
참 유쾌한 팀인 것 같은데. 자, 오늘 이제 승리로 많은 것을 또 얻어갔고 하지만
And of course, you guys earned quite a bit through just this win in this series. But would you like to say anything to your fans cheering for you guys? Max, would you like to say it, or ADD?
저희가 요즘 따라 이제 2대1로 많이 패승승으로 이기는 경우가
And it just seems like we've been getting these 2-1 victories.
분위기도 많이 좋아졌고
And I think the entire team morale has been on the uprise, and we've been feeling very much better about ourselves and about the entire organization. So I hope you guys can feel the same way about us, and we'll just continue to do well for the rest of the season. And that's the end of the interview. Back to you guys.
And